It is Saturday, August 27th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back. It is the weekend. We got weekend baseball. We got 3 picks coming your guys' way. We got our favorite 2-game picks and a no run first inning coming you right up.
As always, guys, just do us a favor. Go down, hit that subscribe button. It really helps Austin and I grow this channel. And while you're down there, how about you drop a like since it's the weekend?
Logan, I haven't promoted this in a while now. Yesterday was our first losing day, I think since Sunday, and we'll recap that. You know, our NRFI does hit. Our 2 unders, I mean, if you were to tell me that not only the Giants, but also the Blue Jays both got shut out and we still didn't hit our pick, I would have said you've lost your mind. But both the Angels and the Minnesota Twins do it all by themselves, carry that over. But either way, it was, like I said, our first losing day since Sunday. We've been on a pretty good roll. And like we've been saying, we are given 10 cents for every new subscriber we gain in August. There's only a couple more days. I'll give you a hint. We'll probably do it in September. But hop on board. We got a lot of fun content coming your guys' way. Speaking of fun content, our college football week 0 best bets video is live. You can go check that out. It's linked at the end of the video, also linked in the description and in the pinned comment. Anywhere you go on the Calling a Shot channel, you should find it. It was pretty fun. Logan and I talked about some big games, and we would really appreciate if you go check that out. I think the edits you will enjoy. And then my last note is that we're going to have an Underdog Parlay pinned in the pinned comment section down below. They got a free square out there for the NFL and Kenny Pickett over 0.5 yards. He'll get that done. So probably have that. You'll see that Underdog Parlay in the pinned comment. If you sign up using code COS, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100, or use the link down below. Certainly would appreciate it. Another way to support the channel. But Logan, it's Saturday. I need a winner.
Yeah, let's go back to a total, and I want some revenge on this one. Right, we're going to the Dodgers versus Marlins game, and I'm taking the under 7 total runs, minus 105 on BetMGM. I initially really did want to take Marlins plus 1.5. But here's the reason why. Number one, I hate rooting for the Marlins. They're a pathetic product to watch. But I don't see a world in which this goes over and the Marlins still cover the plus 1.5. So this is sort of kind of like an initial hedge against my original bet of Marlins plus 1.5, because Marlins are even odds on the run line with their ace, obviously, Sandy Alcantara pitching. Sandy Alcantara, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, and a 2 whip in the 10-3 loss versus the Dodgers already. It was I'm stumbling through it because it was just so shocking to see Sandy get rocked like that. He screwed our no-run first inning in that game. He just absolutely was hosting batting practice, and opponents don't normally tee off on Sandy. Look at Sandy's numbers at home. I'm expecting a big bounce back performance from the NL Cy Young. 1.67 ERA at home and a 0.87 WHIP also at home. So he's got an under 1 WHIP. Got an under 2 ERA at home. He'll be back, comfortable at Sandy's Beach, in Miami, and hopefully able to hold the Dodgers down. Now, I know what you're going to counter with. Dodgers second in batting average and second in OPS, in the month of August. This is an absolute juggernaut of an offense that really can score. They are capable of hitting this total over themselves, but Sandy simply has to bounce back. Look at the Dodgers yesterday, too. The Dodgers were held scoreless through 5 yesterday with a bullpen game for the Miami Marlins. So I definitely think, the Marlins, first of all, since they went with a bullpen game yesterday, they're going to be Sandy. You absolutely have to be on your A game today because we need, 6-7 innings pitch from you, big dog. Like that's what they're going to be relying on. And I think Sandy's going to be up to the challenge. He's going to be looking at what he did wrong first time around versus the Dodgers and hopefully correct that. Now, who's on the mound for the Dodgers? Dustin May, 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 0.6 WHIP, and a 7-0 win, shutout win versus the Miami Marlins last time he already faced them. In that outing, it was a really solid outing. May had 9 strikeouts, so he almost had double-digit Ks. And Miami is a swing and a miss team at home, right? 22nd in strikeouts at home, so he should be able, to sort of carve up those fish. Miami also 23rd in batting average at home. They're only hitting 209 this month. It's pathetic batting average, right? They're barely above 200, and they're also 26 in OPS at home. So, the Miami Marlins, I don't need to tell you this. The only way they're going to cover the run line is if it's low scoring. And that's why I'm just going to go ahead and take the under so I don't have to root for the Marlins. Lastly, let's talk about the bullpens. Miami, 21st in bullpen ERA. I hope they're solid enough to hold down whatever Sandy gives them to work with. They should be able to. I checked. And Yusei Kikuchi is not on the roster of the Miami Marlins, which is good because when I saw him come on the mound yesterday, I felt a pit in my stomach. I'm like, I didn't bet on Yusei Kikuchi. There he comes out there. But Dodgers, also 3rd bullpen ERA, So, they're top 5 bullpen. They should be able to keep the Marlins down. That's why I'm taking the under in this one. We're doing under after yesterday's Angels performance that I never saw coming. But that's baseball for you. Austin, what do you got for the day?
Yeah, so I will be bouncing back. I love that you're betting on the Carrot Top, Dustin May. I think he's got it done. Now, today I'm going to a bet that didn't hit yesterday. It would be the Cardinals money line. I'm taking the Redbirds plus 100 on Barstool. Some books have this closer to a pick 'em, maybe like a minus 105, minus 115 in the Braves' favor. But look at yesterday, the Braves spanked them. It was 11-4, and if you didn't count the bottom of the ninth, when it wasn't really a game, it was 11-1 going into the bottom of the ninth. And I think the Cardinals bounced back today, and for a couple different reasons. Now, they've been a very good bounce back team. In fact, 33-20 after a loss this year, just straight up winning the game, 5th best in the majors. And we look at who's starting for the Braves. It's Charlie Morton, and I was taking a peek at his K line, and I expect his K line maybe be a prop, a prop you see pretty often, because 6.5. And his plus 120 value. Not only has Morton hit that in 4 straight starts, he's had 8+ in 3 of those starts. And he's had 11 and 12 his last 2 starts. So if you want to ladder Morton, feel free to go for it. But I just don't see it happening today. I think the books are saying, you know what? I don't think Morton's pitching too well. And you look at Morton, he's honestly kind of struggled on the road. A 5.08 ERA, a 1.37 whip on the road. The guy's not been too good. A 263 batting average allowed. We know the Cardinals have the bats to get after a pitcher. They can do it. And I think they will bring them today at home again in Busch Stadium. Now, the Braves are 79-48 this year. A great record. One of the top 5-6 records in the MLB. Yet only 13-11 when Morton starts. So maybe they don't give him run support. Maybe he's just not pitching. I mean, he gets some strikeouts, but his ERA is 4 on the year. So they haven't played too well when he's on the mound. Now, Jordan Montgomery was in that kind of same boat, and he will start for the Cardinals. Now, obviously, he's been traded from the Yankees and now on the Cardinals, and he's a completely new pitcher on this Cardinals team. I mean, the Yankees would absolutely love this version of Jordan Montgomery, the lefty. Since arriving in St. Louis, 4 starts, a .35 ERA, and only 1 earned run allowed over 25 2/3 innings pitched. Now, look, Jordan Montgomery comes out and pitches another gem. We should be able to cash this pretty easily. I don't expect him to hold down this Braves offense. They're way too talented to hold him to, no runs, which is why he threw a complete game shutout in his last start. I think his first ever in his career. But I think he can at least hold them at bay. He's a lefty. Braves hit lefties all right, but Montgomery's not a trash lefty. He's pretty solid. I think he can get it done. Now, Nolan Arenado, who we would love to be batting for the Cardinals, likely still out due to paternity leave. Congrats to him. But he's 2 for 16 versus Morton. So will his absence be felt a ton? I'm not necessarily too sure. But you look at it when it comes out of it, when Montgomery's done, when Morton's done. Unless Montgomery goes out there and pitches another complete game shutout, we're going to go to the bullpens. The Braves have the slight advantage, but it's not like a monumental advantage where the Cardinals bullpen's terrible. Although Genesis Cabrera, yeah, he absolutely sold the game yesterday, giving up like 5 runs in 1 inning. So I think the Cardinals bounce back today, getting a little bit of plus value, plus 100 on Barstool. I think it's a great value bet. I think the Cardinals got a good chance of winning this one. Obviously, we know these 2 teams want to get to the postseason, and I think they will. So I think the Cardinals bounce back in this one. And that will be my favorite play of the day. But Logan, you know what time it is? It's NRFI Nation time. We need the rock music. We need to get that going. We need to wave these flags. Yesterday, we were waving them in that Braves-Cardinals game. It was more or less a no-sweat bet. We will take that. Today, we're hoping for another no-sweat bet. Now, we'll talk about a couple that we did consider, but I think we got the right one today. We're going for 2 in a row, Logan, and we are going to that Diamondbacks-White Sox game. No one first inning, 6 quick outs, minus 115 on Caesar, so getting some decent value. Yesterday's Braves-Cardinals one get juiced to the moon. I don't anticipate this one getting juiced. Now, on the mound for the White Sox, my man, Davis Martin. 3-1 on no run first innings. Hasn't really started a whole lot to his name, but when he's gotten starts, he's been able to get it done. I think he can get it done against his Diamondbacks offense, 20th in first inning runs. So, they got some annoying hitters at the top of that lineup, but I think Mr. Martin's pitched pretty well. I think he can get me 3 outs. Who's pitching for the D-backs today, Logan?
Yeah, we've got Merrill Kelly going. Take us home, Merrill Kelly. 17-8 on NRFIs, which is an okay record, but I actually like I like what he's been doing on the road. 9-2 on NRFIs on the road, which is pretty solid. I mean, away from home, to see a pitcher so comfortable enough to still navigate his way through the first inning. And look, the Chicago White Sox, 23rd in first inning runs. They're not a really super high-powered offense, especially in the first inning. They have not had any sort of continuity in that top half of the order. And the over-under set predictably to 8. This is, a comfortable range for us to pick in. Another one we did like, or I did like, and I was kind of looking at for a hot second. I think the Nationals versus Reds is an interesting one. I know you don't immediately think NRFI when you see those 2 teams, but I just think, with the odds, there's a whole lot of people on the over in that game. I do think that one's a sneaky underplay, and I do think that one starts with 0 runs in the first inning. Austin, I think you also kind of liked Brewers one.
Yeah, I really like that Brewers Cubs one. I think it's a pretty decent shot. I know Smiley and Woodruff have good splits versus the opposing offenses that they will see. I do know that their right field fence is not the farthest in the world. So I know Rowdy Tellez, boom, home run could absolutely ruin you with 2 outs or something like that. So we're not going to really mess with that one, but I think that's a good look. So those are a couple good looks. I think Diamondbacks White Sox is the one we kind of settled on, minus 115. Not terrible value. I think we can get that one going and maybe wave these flags once again. So that would be absolutely awesome. But it is worth noting, Merrill Kelly used to be a Yerfy Nation ally early on in the season. He was like almost split even, like 8-8 on no run first innings allowed, but he's been pretty dialed in over his last, 10, 12 starts. So hopefully you can keep that dialed in. Now, like I mentioned at the top of the show, we'll have an underdog parlay in the pinned comment. Definitely check that out. Probably will wait maybe an hour or two until we get more lines on underdog, but you'll definitely see it. You'll see that Kenny Pickett free square in there. Use it, take advantage of it. So we would appreciate that. And of course, college football. Boom, boom, boom. The video on the screen. Go check it out. It's a really good one. Logan and I enjoyed talking some college football. The football season's here. Week 0. Enjoy it. We'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. Hopefully back into the winning column. We'll see you guys then. Peace out.